Welcome to today's nervous system resets. We know the alignment of the body is important, but the way we move is strongly influenced by the state of our nervous system. If the body is stressed or tense or rushed, it becomes harder to find soft, efficient movement patterns. So today we'll focus on the breath to calm the nervous system and allow the body to soften and move from a calmer state. Today I'm using a resistance band, but you can use a dressing gown cord or anything you have to hand. So let's begin.
So taking the feet hip distance apart and just finding that balance into the pelvis, into the back of the rib cage and the shoulders. From there, we're going to wheel the spine off the mat, so start to imprint the lower back onto the mat, peeling the spine up towards the ceiling, one vertebrae at a time. At the top, you're going to send the arms up and over the head, taking a breath in here. And as you breathe out, peel the spine all the way back down to the mat. When the hips come down, the arms follow. And we're going to do a few like that now as we just warm up through the body, tilting the pelvis, start to imprint that lower back, peeling the spine off the mat. When you get into that bridge position, take the arms up, breathing in, fingertips reaching overhead, and then imprint each vertebrae back down onto the mat, one vertebrae at a time. So it's really nice just to get that extra space. So if you imagine, as we do the final couple here, that as the arms come up and over the head, you want to find space through the spine. So almost like I'm reaching, pulling your fingertips back behind you as you get space through the spine, peeling the spine all the way back down, one vertebrae at a time. Just noticing those stickier, slightly tighter areas. Let's just do two more like this. It should feel really quite nice as we just warm up through the body, taking the arms up and over the head, and then peeling the spine all the way back down, one vertebrae at a time. And we'll just go for one more. I'm trying to keep the knees pointing up towards the ceiling rather than just falling out to the side. Taking the hips up, take that breath in as you reach the arms up and over the head, and then exhale as you peel the spine all the way back down. Now from there, take the hands up to the ceiling. You're just going to bring the inner thighs together, ready for hip rolls. So you're going to roll onto one hip and allow that opposite hip to lift. Try to keep the arms reaching up to the ceiling and then bring everything back to center, ready to do that on the other side. So rotating, let that opposite hip lift. I'm just aware that I'm not just allowing the knees to just collapse down to the floor. It is actually a core exercise. The core, the belly is working hard now to stop me from going too far. Exhaling as you rotate, and then inhaling as you bring it all the way back to center. From there, we can add on or stick with that, bring the legs into tabletop. Shins are parallel to the floor, and we do the same movements. So we roll to one hip, inhaling as you bring it back through center. This is where it gets a little bit more of a challenge now to keep those shoulders nice and heavy. You can probably feel as you go that little bit too far, that opposite shoulder wants to lift, the arms want to move. Inhaling to center, and then exhaling into that rotation. Good. Now from there we add on. As the knees come to center, turn the palms forward, arms come up and over the head. Bring the hands back above the shoulders, palms rotate in, and we go back into that rotation. So we do one rotation, legs to center, and then arms overhead. Bring the hands back over the shoulders, rotate to the other side. Good, keep that going there. Just working a little bit more through the corner. Taking the arms overhead, reach. Bringing the hands back over the shoulders and then back into that rotation. Good, bring everything back to center there. From there, hug that right knee into the chest, lengthen the left leg away, start to lift the head, the neck, the chest, single leg stretch, start to switch those legs. We switch for 8, we've got 7, keep lifting up to the tips of the shoulder blades. Good, last 4 here. You've got 3, last 2, and then hug that right knee into the chest, lower the head back down and come into that twist. So we just take the knee across the midline of the body, the opposite comes out to the side, and just really enjoy that rotation. Again, all of these movements are really aimed to release any tension through muscles, tight muscles, but also through that fascia, that connective tissue. Bring it all the way back to center. Hands swap sides, so swap the other leg, bring the left knee in and find that twist on the other leg, letting that hip lift. Try to keep both shoulders heavy. You can look towards your outstretched arm, but just guiding with each out breath. Maybe we sink that little bit deeper each time. Inhaling here. Exhaling, enjoy that deeper stretch. Bringing everything back to center now. Bend through both legs and just grab your resistance band. You can use a cord, a dressing gown cord or something like that as well, a belt, and just hook it around your right foot. We're going to take that right leg up towards the ceiling. From there, ground through the back of the arms, the elbows come down towards the floor. From there, we lower that right leg down towards the floor, and then inhale as you draw it all the way back up. So you're just lowering and lifting that right leg. The left leg is staying still for now, bringing it all the way back to center. Good. Exhaling as you lower, and then inhaling as you lift all the way back up. So you should get a really nice stretch down through the back of that leg now, finding lead through the fronts. Good. Exhaling as you lower, and then inhaling as you lift all the way back up. You've got 2 more like this, and then we're going to add on. You've got the option to just stick with this if this feels better. Otherwise, after this one, we're going to come into our seated position. So we maybe start to slide that left leg away. Begin to lift the head, the neck, the chest, rolling all the way into that seated position. Peel the spine off the floor. We go all the way back down. And as you lower, draw that right leg just a little bit closer, lower the head. And again, exhaling. So we're finding that teaser position, peeling the spine off. I'm thinking burst the chest forward as I keep the pelvis tucked under, peeling the spine all the way back down to the mat. That leg gets a little bit closer. Let's go for 2 more like this. Rolling all the way up and off the mats. Working deeper through the core as you peel the spine all the way back down. Let's go for 1 more. Exhale, lifting the head, the neck, the chest, rolling all the way up. Making your way back down where we'll stay this time, ready for our 1-leg circle. So from there, ground through the back of the arm, we bring the leg across the midline of the body, take it down, around and all the way back up. I'm really working now to try to keep my hips nice and still and the hands pretty still here as well as I circle the leg. And using that band, it just allows that leg to rest really nicely in that hip socket. We've got 1 more here in this direction, and then we switch directions when you're ready to. So bring in that leg all the way back up, and then we go to the opposite direction. You can make your circles as big or as small as needs be, really getting into that hip. So really nice for just getting that mobility, and of course our fascia, our connective tissue, it also lights the breath. So really focus on the breath, breathing in half a circle, and then exhale half a circle. Good. And then bringing that leg bent, and then swap straight over to the other side. So start off with keep the right leg bent, and we lower that left leg down towards the floor. So lots of really nice hip movements here and mobility. We store a lot of tension around the hips, and so it's great just to get a little bit of mobility. And of course, that fluid, the surrounding that surrounds the joints, the synovial fluid, really needs movement. Okay, it stimulates that synovial fluid, and without it we get friction, we get discomfort. And so really enjoying this little bit more of a mobility workout. From there, we maybe stretch that right leg and lift all the way into that seated position. We peel the spine off the mat, sit tall. Keep the pelvis tucked so you're not compressing that lower back. Peel the spine all the way down. The left leg comes closer to the chest. We go again, exhaling as you roll all the way up and off the mat. Deep breath in at the top, and then exhale as you peel the spine, guiding that left leg closer. We've got 2 more like this. Rolling all the way up and off the mats. Good, and then peel the spine all the way back down to the mats. Final time now, exhaling to roll all the way up. And then peel the spine all the way back down. Let's come into 1-leg circle on the other leg. Ground through the back of the arms first, and then begin those circles. And you might notice one side may be a little bit tighter than the other, a little bit more restrictive. Last 2 circles in this direction. Make the most out of this movement. Good. Last time. Here we go, and then we're going to reverse that circle. So when you're you're ready to. Once the leg comes back up to center, let's reverse that circle, inhaling for one half a circle, and then exhaling for the other half a circle. Amazing. You might notice that the more you do, the looser that hip feels, and you're able to just increase that range of movement each time. Final one. And then bringing that leg all the way up, you're just going to release out of that foot now. Walk the feet back, bending into both legs, and just take the arms up and over the shoulders here. You can keep the feet on the floor or bring the legs into that tabletop position for the final part of the class. We're going to pull the elbows out nice and wide. Inhale to reach the fingertips back up towards the ceiling. So we pull the elbows down towards the floor, reaching the fingertips back up. Good. Can we add on from there? Maybe adding that curl up. Exhale as you lift, and then inhale to peel the spine back down. Exhale, pull. Sorry, inhale as you pull. Exhale to lift. Inhaling as you pull, and then exhaling to lift, getting a little bit higher each time. And you can add that resistance over those shins if you've got the legs in tabletop by pulling those hands down either side of you, just to add that little bit more resistance and work into the core. Good, last two like this. Lowering back down, elbows pull. Final time, exhaling as you lift, bringing it all the way back to center. Good, walk lower the one foot, followed by the other foot, and then just walk the feet to the edges of the mat. And just before we make our way back up to seated, we're just going to windscreen wipe on the knees, send them over to one side and then over to the other side. And it's your choice. You can keep the hips level and down on the floor. You get a little bit more internal and external rotation of the hips, or if you want to, you can let one hip lift, and that should feel really nice. So we're going to rock ourselves all the way up to seated. So take hold behind the thighs, rock and roll yourself all the way up, circling the legs around, and we're actually going to finish with extension, just to balance everything out front and the back of the body. So when you're ready to, just make your way down onto your front and make a diamond press position with the hands. So you're just resting the forehead into the thumbs. Take the feet a little bit wider, well about hip width apart actually for this one. And from there, you're just going to draw one heel in towards the seat, kick twice, in, and then point and lengthen back behind you. And again, over to the other side. So kick in twice, inhale to lengthen. Just alternating sides. Try to keep your pelvis pretty balanced here. It's an exhale as you come in, and then inhale to lengthen. Think about that kind of lift through the front of the thigh, so rather than weighing heavy on that kneecap. From there, if you want to, you can start to lift through the head, the neck, the chest, coming into extension. And we go with the leg, so the leg comes in, exhale, inhale to lengthen. So this is option 2. One final variation if you want a little bit more work coming onto the forearms. Try to get that extension into the front of the hips, lift up and out of the shoulders, and we keep going here. Now we're balancing again the stretch not only through the back of the body but also through the front. Let's just do a couple more on each leg. Keep that gaze directly ahead, that length through the back of the neck, and really work on the extension into the hip. That's the hard part. Last 2 here. Make sure you're even both sides. Then when you're ready to peel the spine all the way back down, the hands come underneath the shoulders. We press back into rest position, maybe taking the knees out just a little wider apart, and just allow everything to just melt really nice and heavy down towards the mat. And then from there, we'll walk the hands over to one side of the mat, just feeling that deeper stretch through one side of the body, and then over to the other side. Really nice, and just get a little bit deeper. Start to breathe that little bit deeper. When you're ready to, bring everything back to center. Walk the hands back and just come to a kneeling position and a face towards you. And then from there, we just start to circle through the shoulders. Just release any tension around the neck and the jaw. You can close off the eyes here as you just take a couple more here. And then from there, take the arms up and over the head. We breathe in to reach. Exhale as you lower, tuck the chin. And again, breathing in to lift. You can do this in high kneeling as well if knees don't like this position. Last time, breathing in, raise the arms up. And then exhaling as you tuck that chin. You are done, and look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you for joining.
We hope you enjoyed this little reset. If you'd love more supportive movement like this, our full 7-day nervous system restore is available now inside BSP On Demand. You can find the link in the description.